Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review, and what we're looking at this time is the Yauji Damascus Shidogami No. 2 Funayuki, the 170mm version. The core steel on this is Shidogami or white paper No. 2 reactive high carbon steel from Hitachi. Heat treats about 61, 62 Rockwell on that core steel. The construction is 2 layers. On the left side of the, or excuse me, the right side of the blade is you're holding the knife where the bevel is. So this is a right-hander's oriented knife, single bevel. The cladding is a Damascus reactive cladding, iron, could be soft steel as well, but it's probably an iron cladding. And then it does wrap over the top of the blade, and then it's a little bit, covers the spine, then covers the top of the blade a little bit as well on the left side. The rest of it is hardcore steel. So the style of this blade is a little thinner than a traditional deba. Its origins in what they call a boat knife, and it's kind of a general purpose knife, compact, a little bit thinner for general purpose fish processing on a boat, on the fly. So the weight on this, it's 5.6 ounces, or 159 grams. Edge length is right about 170, although these dimensions and weights can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This one's just about on the numbers, 170mm from the tip to the back of the heel, known as the chin, about 6.7 inches. The overall length is about 12.3 inches. And then the spine thickness coming out of the handle is about 4.65 millimeters. And then we just gradually taper off as we go with the really sweet distal taper as you go down. And the tip on this gets really skinny. The blade height is about 44.7 on this particular model. The handle, it's nothing fancy. It's a octagonal ambidextrous basic hoe wood with a buffalo horn ferrule. This particular horn has some nice figure to it. Just a tiny bit of step between the wood and the ferrule here. You could sand that out if you wanted to. It's probably, I don't know, it's so minor, it's not that big a deal to me. The handle install is seems pretty tight. Let's see here. The circumference is about 72 millimeters here, where the ferrule meets the wood, and slightly under that 3-inch mark, so it lines up real nice with the neck. The knife just slightly bigger than that. Good pinch grip location here, actually for a righty. So you've got really nice fit and finish on these knives. This blacksmith does a great job on these, attention to detail. Let's take a close-up look at it. These are really cool knives. I'm a left-hander, and I want this knife. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess I'm going to practice right-handed technique, but this knife is just so cool. It's thin. It's got that single bevel to it. It's really cool. You've got hand-chiseled kanji done very nicely on the right side of the blade. You've got your multi-layered cladding. You can see your single bevel there. And then you can see the core steel. These are fairly polished, as you can gather here. The left side of the blade is got a slight concave known as an ura, and you are abrading the perimeter of the left side of the blade, not the actual complete blade face. Taking the burr off that you work on with the front. This does have a very small micro bevel out of the box on the right side of the blade. I'd say it came 6 out of 10. It was quite sharp. Nice fit and finish, really clean grinds, really straight. The tip's extremely thin. The blade was very straight. Nice polish on the whole knife. The spine's rounded, polished. The choil here is really well done. So these are just ready to rock and roll right out of the box. Just super job on these. Let's see. If you want to use this for some cutting board possibilities, here's what the profile does look like, just in case, since it's a little thinner. So here's the profile, just for reference point of view. But really sweet knife, light, pretty nimble, very stiff obviously, very thin tip, so this should be pretty interesting for a variety of tasks. Of course, the specialty is processing fish. So there you have the Yauji Damascus Shidogami No. 2 Funayuki 170mm knife.